We're looking out. The smaller garage be the north garage. We're coming around here with this header, and we don't have a lintel. We just got that framing right there. See that big beautiful lintel right there? So we don't have any lintel right here. All the brick, all that brick right there is just going to be resting on that board. It's going to be resting on that board. I can't see the crown on that real good. Let me find it from the inside. Nah. This is gonna sag. The weight of the brick is gonna pull down on this. I'm supposing I'm gonna come back and cut these vertical car entry casements, because they're not supposed to be that close to the cement. They'll wick up and collect water. So I'm trusting that's what they're supposed to do. Want to do. These are called anchor bolts. This is what holds the house down. If you have a tornado or something. These anchor bolts, they belong in the middle third. That one's pushing it. I don't get too picky here. But I believe we're outside the middle third here. Coming across here. I believe that's outside the middle third right there. That would be reasonable to assume. Okay, coming along here. Our electric service panel. Those are sheetrock screws. Screws are faster, I get that. Faster and tight. Boy, you just get in here and get it done. But they don't have the same shear strength as nails. They're brittle. They'll break. If this structure was to experience a tornado or an earthquake, this box wouldn't stay in place nearly as well as if it had been properly installed with nails instead of screws. As an improper installation there. Coming along here. It's kind of dark. I don't know if you can see in here. That's another one. Nice and tidy behind this wall of sheetrock. But that's another anchor bolt that's too close to the edge. There's your bonding. It's going to be a UFR because it's a PEX system. It's really nice. They put a little window right there for it. I've never seen that detail before. Kind of cute. I appreciate it. Coming along here, we're coming in what would be, I guess, the mudroom and the butler's pantry and pantry. Coming along, the code inspector, he had a field day with this. He says these are too low. That's what he says. Now, I'm going to be curious about how much of a cabinet edge there is, because the countertop should not extend more than 6 inches over these exposed boxes, just FYI. And coming along in here, and I believe they have to do it this way. You see the way these electric boxes are installed, sticking out? That's so when you put the sheetrock in, it's level. But now we're going to come in, I suppose, and put a splashback here, you know, a nice tile splashback. And it's going to extend the wall even further. So when these boxes are finished out and the receptacle devices are installed, then there should be extender rings that are installed inside of these. It's too soon to tell. I know they want to do it. I just know that's what's going to happen. So, coming on along here. That's not the middle third. That's not the middle third. I'll come back and get that with some of my nice pink paint. Mauve. Men don't use pink. do we? He's light red and mauve. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. With that yellow foam, okay, that's a draft stopping foam. And then we have it on some of these, and then we don't have it on others. And so it's easy for me to jump to a conclusion. But coming in here, and that's like the 5th and 6th. So it's first, second, 12th, first, second, third, 4th, 5th, 6th. Come along here. And the foam's on this side. So it does have fire blocking. I was about to come to a bad conclusion. A bad assumption. This is called checking. This doesn't affect the strength of the board. But at some point, like on the exterior, you know, on the thermal sheathing on the exterior, at some point you decide whether you just want to leave this stick at the store, maybe pick a better board for your house. I know it's kind of concerning to my client to see that. I know that for a fact. Okay, we got smoke alarms. Okay, I'm happy with that. Coming on along here. Looking pretty good. Minute work. Minute work. Now this is interesting. This is the part where I get to say I don't really know. But on exterior wall, thermoply, I know more about that than the RMAX. Exterior wall, they say, you know, anytime you overdrive these, they're supposed to be wrapped with tape, but on the interior walls, they're not. You're not supposed to overdrive them. But on the RMAX, they call that countersinking. You're not supposed to. They said it's okay to overdrive them. It says, but if you overdrive one, then you're supposed to put another one that's a proper one right next to it. So we've got way too many fasteners, or plenty fasteners, but just about every one of them's overdriven. So I don't know how you would even fix that. Also, all these fasteners, staples, they're supposed to go parallel with the framing member, with the wood. And then down here, obviously they're not. They're perpendicular to the wood. So something to know. Coming on along in here, some places where these holes are closer than 1 1¼ inch. It looks like it's almost 1.5 inches. But anyway, they put a nailing plate right there. That's a good thing. But other places where it's less than 1.5 inches, where the mauve is, the pink, they didn't do that. That's too close. A nailing plate belongs here. The code inspector was in here earlier. He also mentioned that these wires need to be tighter, and they do. You're not supposed to have wires just hanging loose like that. There's another one. The building superintendent was in here earlier, and he couldn't. Neither he nor I could find the other one. It's next to an I-beam somewhere. I'm sure that it's there. The building superintendent's not going to sign off until they correct that. So just know that that's going to be taken care of, and I didn't point it out. Your home inspector's human, huh? This is a really good one. Okay, this plumbing's not going through the board, but it's at the edge of the board. Okay, and it's fastened to the board. And so where this plumbing right here, and it's closer than 1.5 inches to the edge of the board, then there should be nailing plates here. There should be a nailing plate here. This is a sink. That's a sink drain line. We're in the laundry. This is a sink drain line. And what's happened here is we do not have a vent pipe. There's no vent pipe. We got a hole for one. They even like sealed it like there used to be a pipe there.
but there's no pipe, and the pipe does not continue on through the roof. There's alternative methods that can be used to correct that. It could come over here and join this vent pipe for that matter. But this sink does not have a vent pipe installed. Over here, obviously this is stacked. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have a stacked washer and dryer. That gives us some room next to the sink. But here's the vent pipe right here. Now, you could put a connector over here and just horse it all the way, you know. But it's going to be outside of the washer area. It's going to be very unsightly. It's just in the wrong location. This, I think, the inspector's humble opinion is that this should be picked up and moved over here. That might be the crooked wire. I don't think so, because they're not finished installing it. That slack was left there on purpose. Still trying to find out what that code inspector was talking about. Now, remember I was talking about the foam earlier? See how all these beams have foam around them? Well, that one doesn't. See what I'm talking about? It doesn't. Oh, I wasn't completely wrong. Just mostly, but not completely. So right here we should have some draft stopping foam. And I'll explain it here in a little bit when we get around. Moving on along, we're coming up to the front door. Coming down the bedroom hallway, it's the bathtub enclosure. So this vent pipe would, come and, I guess, attach to that one. I don't know. I'm interested to see how they. It's gonna be interesting to see how that's made right, because I'm sure that it will be. Is that 1.25 inches? I need to come back and measure that. So around here, these ceiling joists, we got the draft stopping. Right in here, even though there's draft stopping foam, this one you can see daylight through there. So that's obviously not draft stop, and that's the other side, and this side of this ceiling joist was not sealed with draft stopping foam on either side of it. This one has it on the back side, but we have at least one. I told my client we had a bunch of them, so he's gonna be sorry about that, Abraham, but still needs work, still needs some help. Moving on along. Closets, smoke alarms. These are called pancakes, and there's nothing, illegal about them. But if you're gonna hook a ceiling fan up to this, it's gonna be kind of crowded. There's gonna be a lot of wires in that little box. So. Along still vinyl frame double pane windows. It's 90-something degrees outside. I need to come back and measure a couple more of these holes. We're getting close to the end, is what I'm saying. And I need to go back and spray at least two more. From the outside third. Right there. This is checking. I kind of have a different opinion about it when it's horizontal like that. The thing about checking is that it gets, wider. So if this is going to be finished out with, gypsum board, sheetrock, wallboard, if it's going to be finished out with that, then that's going to telegraph through over time, and it'll be cracking there. I'm going to put some paint on that. Argon windows, nice. Nice. Oh, we're not finished. I forgot. We came in through the garage. Too close. It's another one. We'll have some pink paint on that. I've certainly found more on other houses. It's not like it was a horrible job. Maybe the exterior sheathing wasn't such a hot, application, but moving on through and on through. It's going to be another bathroom. So how's this plumbing doing in here? It's okay. That one's less than 1.5 inches. Oh. Well, thank you if you're still there. Thank you for staying with me. Check your billfolds and purses and your coats and your hat. Don't forget your hat. Hope you enjoyed this tour as much as I did.